Welcome back to Whatever Garage. Today, I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. Yesterday we posted the video, and I say the video, a video. Shit, what was it on? Oh, doing the double seals. Don't know if it worked yet or not. We won't know until we drive it. But several of you commented about the ride height in the measurements I took, so I appreciate that. I like it when you guys respond. But one of you mentioned my turn signals, which I'm glad you did, because I forgot what all tests I ran to see if they worked. I know I replaced the flashers, but you know, with that cheap Chinese shit, you don't know if you get a good one or bad one. So what we're gonna do today is, we know we have hazards, they worked. We're gonna do what he suggested. I believe your name was Everett Dean, so thank you for reminding me. We're gonna swap the flashers or the relays to see if one works or the other works. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So we're gonna test them to see if it's that. I'm almost positive it's gonna be wiring, because this thing is a wiring nightmare because it sat so long and got corroded. So let's take a look at it. Let's get started. Well, you got my license plate there. I'll blur it out. I'm not going to open up the big garage door yet because the sun is shining directly in from that direction. Where'd you go, Sasha? Sorry to get sidetracked. She was just in here. All right, so grab the keys. Let's do one thing. Do we still have both brake lights? Yes, yes we do. Does one side look brighter than the other? Yes, yes they do. We'll figure that out later. Now, with no keys in it, hazard should work. Where's the little hazard button? And look at that. Hazards work, okay? Well, we knew that from the beginning. So, let's swap them. There we go. Let me swap the relays real quick and then we'll test it again. Okay, now I've swapped them. Let's do the hazards. Oh, for a second there I thought they weren't gonna work. All right, they work. So both fuses are good. Relays, whatever the hell they're called, you know what I mean. You gotta be freaking kidding me. We have turn signals. How in the frick dickin' hell is that? I don't know, but I'm happy. It works. Thanks, dude. That was a great idea. I am thrilled beyond belief right now that we have turn signals. Can you believe that? That's awesome. I could end the video here today and be very happy. Now, y'all wouldn't be, but I would be. All right, on a different note, I just got in my new shop first aid kit. Well, you know, I'm clumsy. I'm always cutting something. So I figured I needed a first aid kit in the shop. So now we have one. She can sit up there for easy access. But I wanted to show y'all this. I think these are cool. Maybe y'all have seen them before, I haven't. Where is my big one? Here it is. Don't use this very much. Well, I've used it a lot, but I haven't used it. I don't use it often, should I say. I have had this thing for probably 15 years. Harbor Freight special. Got it for like $20. Been well worth the money. She has lasted. I mean, I even made her smoke before and she still works. But what I did was I bought, it's a whole collection of different sizes, but it's scraper attachments for your reciprocating saw. Well, if it was plugged in, it would work, right? Like, isn't that cool? I thought that was cool. They come in different sizes. You know, medium, smaller, and then micrometer. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that real quick. I got that stuff from Temu, whatever the hell you call it. Occasionally they do have some good tools. Once in a while you got crap that doesn't work worth a shit. And I think I demoed some of that before. Like they have a cutting disc. It's supposed to cut metal, you know, replace all the little discs that we buy. Nah, they don't work. It just bounced all over a sheet of metal I had, wouldn't cut. All right, so that's cool. Put these back in here and I'll put them up. And the reason I got these is, have you ever had to scrape undercoating off or sound deadener? I know there's that thing of, you know, you get dry ice, put it on dry ice and freeze it and chip it off. So I don't have any dry ice in my pockets. And I wouldn't know where the first place to go to get any. Now, I know that's not a good excuse. I'm sure there's probably is somewhere to go, but I also have a scraper here I could use. So why don't we try that instead? But we're not doing that today because we're not working on one of those vehicles. Today, I think I would like to do some metal work. So that means I'm gonna pull that 56 Fender out and see if I can fabricate something to replace it, to replace that little section, or if I just need to buy a patch piece and cut it in, which would be easier. Or more, not easier, but necessarily, but more time efficient. So let's check that out and see. Okay, what we have here is a 1956 Chevy 3100 pickup truck, Fender. And this is the one that we cut off the edge because it had the spare tire pocket that my wife wanted. So we brought that back, and I mean, it's rough looking on this side, but that's surface rust. It's nothing eaten through except for right here. This is the only spot I've found with peek through rust. So what I am thinking after looking at it is I can do this. We don't need to get into the lip here. We only need to go probably from here around. It's pretty thick up into here. Well, I say that as body fill falls off. I would probably say only a 2-inch strip all the way up to here is what it looks like. And then, of course, this bottom piece. And this has got a brace welded onto it inside. And by brace, that just means it's 2 layers, but just right here. I have some really thick metal somewhere I will have to go look for, and then I think we can do that bottom piece out of it instead of making 2 pieces and coming around, and maybe a little bit right here. This looks like it's been repaired before. But yeah, I think we can do this no problem. So we might need to adjourn to outdoors. I don't know. No, because my welding stuff's in here. We'll take a look at it. I hope y'all enjoy watching this. So I thought about it afterwards, give you an inside view of that same part. You see, there's little pinholes all through here. That's why I want to come back to right about here and bring it all the way out. But I've got several good fenders outside that we're going to go take measurements off of and then compare it to this. And I'm just fiddling, sorry. Okay, here we have the driver's fender on my truck. She's solid all the way around, and you see this is where the step bolts into. And I'll have some repair work to do on mine because she's got some little eat through rust there. I don't know, people call that patina, right? But I want to paint mine. I'm just trying to think. Do I really even need this? I really just need a just a strip and then to form it here. So if I go get a piece of metal right now and then 2 inches up, so 2 inches, 2 inches, just make an L. I think that's all we need. Let's try that. Sorry. Here we have this. Let's see, what is this? This is 22 gauge. But if you look at it, I mean, it's strong. I think it's about the same as this. Trying to think. I know Chad uses 18 gauge. I don't have any 18 gauge. I've got 16 gauge, but I think that's too thick. Let's grab a sheet of 16 gauge and see. I'm assuming it's this one because I cut the label off of it. It doesn't flex. I mean, it does bend, but it's really hard. Tell you the truth, that looks almost the same compared to, yeah, that's much thinner. I guess we answered our own question. We're going to use that. Are you going to help me cut? Do you want the zip cut, or do you want a reciprocating saw? Which one do you want? Are you going to help me? No? You're looking at me like I'm a dumb human? Yes, I am. I know. Can you give me kisses? Thank you, baby girl. All righty. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. Okay. I don't know why we need that, but we have this. Now, measuring tape. You're right. Let's get measuring tape. Okay. Any more good ideas? To walk away now while I do my work? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, we said 2 inches. And this lip is 1.5. We're going to do the lip separate. We're going to cut this in 1 strip for this, 1 strip for this, and then I'll weld them together. My fabricating skills aren't there yet. So I'm going to do it like that, okay? Okay. So let's do this to start off with. For the bottom. I'm going to have to hold still here. All right, what we'll do is we will just make it go all the way out. A little excess never hurt anybody, okay? That way we have enough to roll it. We'll get a little extra than that, okay? That'll be for the bottom piece. See right here? It doesn't connect flush with the edge of the fender. It cuts in like that. There's a gap. Why? Don't know. Didn't make the car. Okay, so we have that piece that we can cut. And then what we need is just another piece of flat strap basically to go from here around and up. So, let me just look at it. That actually would be perfect. We'll have enough. Thank you. All right, so this, we will need to go out there and sketch the curve here. Again, not my dogs. All right, let me go look out there and sketch the curve because I want to get the edge of that perfect because it goes up flush against the body and then curves down. All right, I'm glad I went out there. Let's see. Let's focus more on the actual thing that we're working on. What I did was I went out there and just traced it. This is a bad representation. This makes it look like it angles up. It doesn't. It does this. It goes like that. It follows this line, so it goes straight down and then curves. Well, even this isn't exactly perfect. Like that. It goes straight across and then down. Okay? All right. So, what do we do then? Let's see. I'm measuring from this side because this is where it needs to be the whole way over. So, and I would say, where's the last hole? The hole's right there. Let's do 11 inches just to be on the safe side. Give us a little extra to play with. Okay. So if we're doing 11 inches from this edge, no, actually I need to be back from here, wouldn't it? Since we've already drawn that line, dummy. All right, so there we have 11 inches. Let me get my 45. Now, I am not a fabricator. I'd love to be one. But I've made roll cages for my race cars. I've welded up metal dashes, you know, for my race car. I have little bit of experience doing it. I'm not saying I'm good at it or that I'm a pro, but I enjoy doing it and I will try it. All right, and then we said it needs to come up. You know what? Let's do 4 inches just to give us extra. On the end, it needs to come up 4 inches. So right about there. It only needs to come in about 2 inches. And you know, I remember them saying, instead of having like a 45, it's easier if you do it this way, I guess for heat reasons. We'll try it. I'm game. All right, but how high do we want to come up off this end? I would say 2 inches is fine. All right, we have our design. Now let's get our safety equipment. All right, we've cleaned up those pieces a little bit. Now let's see what we can do to fit them. See how that's rounded? So starting from there, push it out a little bit. Just gradually put a little bend on it. Not much. Bending very nice, actually. Now this is going to have to be more severe, but we're going to do it in increments, okay? See how it's already curved? With it breaking apart there, it's sort of hard to get a good read on it. There. I got too much shit up here, don't I? I almost want to tack that so it hold the line better, because actually that's damn near perfect, guys. The end piece needs to over a little bit, so we need to find something to wedge this in between. Does this have drawers? No. What is this? Oh, might work. Need somewhere where I can get in a little deeper. Looking around, see what I got. Let's try one of the drawers on my toolbox. It needs to bend right around where the curve starts. I don't like that. It's sort of, it's not rounded looking, you know what I mean? How did this get turned around and ass backwards? I ask myself. I think we're good. I think we're good. Toolbox can go. There's nothing there for it to hold, so I need to go there. We're gonna try and do a little tacky tack here, okay? I'm closing my eyes, but I'm learning I can't hit shit with my eyes closed. All right, this is what we have so far. It looks ugly because I have not finished welding, but we got the patch in. Now I made the mistake. I didn't go all the way back here. I didn't make my patch long enough, which sucks because I had a blow through here. I have a pinhole here, so I'm gonna have to make another piece to continue up to the edge of the fender, just in this little section here. So that's my bad. Now the fun part of welding and welding and welding and welding comes in. Back after lunch and picking up my daughter. We have a hose now. So now I'm gonna do some stitch welding. And I can cool things off as I go. Okay? All right, so I think we're ready. And I left my gas on, didn't I? You dipstick. Good thing I have it sealed up pretty well. All right, had a moot. And now let's do some fast motion. I went back out and took a look, and it's a very, very simple corner, delicate, okay? Right there. So we will mark it, and then we're gonna have to cut on the line to get the corner we need. All right, see that? Nice, simple corner. This piece hopefully can bend down. We'll address that in a minute. But I do have a cutoff wheel, and hopefully we can do this easier than before. And I do have my safety glasses. All right, that, my friends, is the majority of it done. Well, welded up. I don't want to say done. We got a lot of shaping to do. We still have to put in that little section there because of my miscalculation. And that is actually going to be double layered because you have this and this. So we're going to put another one here to the corner and then another one on top. This is all original. This is going to stay. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I don't think there's much sense cutting it out. Well, maybe they connect. I might have to. Or else it's going to look butchered on the back. Not that it doesn't look butchered on the front. But, like I said, this is all going to get ground down. This is just how it has to look to begin with, okay? Let's flip her over. This is exactly how it was before. There was a little gap in between this part and this. And I may need to do some more welding there. Once we weld this, or excuse me, once we sand this down, there's gonna be some little spots here and there that we're gonna have to get to. And then we'll put fiberglass fill over it and make it waterproof. And then a little body fill. Not much, we're talking. I mean, we're talking very little because, I mean, that feels good. See? No, what do you call it? Warping, that's it. Now, granted, I am no expert by any means. I've just watched enough TV shows to try it. And it may not be perfect, okay? I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying it's done right. I'm just saying it's done. Let's find another piece to put in here. All right, this is the last piece that's gonna go in. It's not fit perfectly. It'll get shaped when I'm done. But she's gonna fit perfectly in that spot. Okay, it's amazing how much time goes by when you're working on this. Just this last little stint this morning, as you can tell, I'm not wearing shorts anymore, took me 1 hour. Y'all probably saw it in 10 seconds. All right, but let me show you the outcome. There we go. All right. I'll try and zoom in. Here's our patch, okay? Now, I'm not grinding it smooth because I do not want to burn holes in the other metal, because I did that over here. That's what I was trying to fix. So we have our corner. This part fits up against the bed. This is where the damn, I can't speak this morning. The step is, okay? Now, it's not perfectly straight. It is where I welded it. It is here, there you go. Goes in just a hair. But I was going to fiberglass this anyway, so I'm going to fiberglass this to help waterproof it, and then we'll do a real thin coat of body fill over it. Okay. I want to go over this whole unit to look at all the dents. Might as well, since I'm doing it. If anything, it's practice for me for when I get onto her truck. I don't know what y'all think of watching this, but we're going to end the video here because it's already long enough. I think it's over 30 minutes. There was a little Corvette stuff. There was mostly this stuff. I'll try and throw some Corvette stuff in with the other videos instead of being straight body work. I'll do my best, okay? And if you couldn't tell, you couldn't hear it, but it was pouring rain when I first came in here this morning. You still hear a few little tinkles on the roof. But you guys have been great with your questions and your comments, and you're letting me know how to do stuff. I fixed 2 things already because of comments y'all made, so that is amazing. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave comments, obviously. Come back to the channel, leave your notifications on so you get notified when I put a video on. I'm doing 3 a week, and it's a lot, let me tell you, because my videos are getting longer and longer. I might have to cut down to 2 a week. I'm not sure yet. Y'all let me know your opinions. It seems like all I do is go from one video to the next video to the next video. I don't even have time to do my yard half the time. So something's got to change. But anywho, not bitching. I'm enjoying this. I'm just venting, I guess. That's the word? Anyway, so this video comes out tonight. Next video will be Friday. We'll be working on this and hopefully something else. We'll see what comes up. Oh, I did chop a tree down, and that was because it was on this side of the drive. So now there's plenty of room to go straight in, straight out, and I can park my vehicles along the fence over here because we need to move the trucks. Maybe we'll see that because I'm going to do it the complete redneck way with no help and with my truck in the driveway and a really long rope. That ought to be entertaining. So come back and see what happens. All right, this is Whatever Garage, out.